It's Lala. Welcome back to my channel, Lala's Land. So I have for you guys today, you guys voted for recipes out of my meal plan over the next couple weeks that you guys wanted to see. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should be, because that's where you guys voted at. So this recipe was the second most requested, and it's the Cajun chicken pasta. I am doing a little bit of a lightened version of the actual recipe, which I will have linked down below in the description box. It's a recipe that I found over on Pinterest. Again, I'm doing a little bit of a lightened version of it just to kind of make it a little more WW friendly. But if you're not following that or you don't care, you can do it however you want. But the way I'm going to show you today is the lightened up version. Before I get started, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for clicking the video, hanging out with us for a little while. I hope that you decide to stay. Click the subscribe button, become part of my friends and family here on YouTube. If you're returning, welcome back. So the way I like to do these are just to kind of show you the things that you're going to need. I try to always remember the exact measurements, but because this is a new recipe and I've never made it before, I may not remember them, so I may have to put it on the screen. So if the measurements that I say are not correct, or if I'm not sure, you'll see them pop up on the screen. Again, the recipe is linked in the description box below. You can get all the information you need from there, print it, write it down, however you want to do it. So I'll show you guys what we need, and then I will take you guys through the process and then show you the finished product. So without further ado, let me go ahead. I will turn the camera around and I will show you guys what you need. So just to kind of show you the ingredients I'm gonna need, I'll show you this now. So you're gonna need bow tie pasta. I mean, you could probably use any pasta you want, but the actual recipe calls for bow tie pasta. You need 8 ounces of it. So this is a 12-ounce box. You will not be using the entire box. You're also going to need some butter. I'm gonna be using the Land O'Lakes light butter with canola oil. I think the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons. I'm only gonna use 1 tablespoon. Also calls for 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken breast. This is obviously more than a pound, but it's gonna be about 2 breasts is what I'm gonna be using out of here. And you cut those up into bite-sized pieces. So I'm gonna be using 2 of those breasts. Also going to need minced garlic. You are more than welcome to use fresh garlic. Do your thing. I prefer easy. Also going to need milk. I'm using 2% milk. If you do not care about calories or points or anything like that, you are more than welcome to use whole milk. I'm gonna be using 2% milk. You're also gonna need cream cheese. 4 ounces of cream cheese. I'm actually using the 3rd less fat cream cheese. Again, make it use whichever you prefer. You're gonna need Cajun seasoning. This is the Cajun seasoning that I prefer to use. This is what Greg and I love. So this is what we use. And I believe it says 2 tablespoons of that, but I'm not sure how much I'm going to use yet. And this is optional, but I'm choosing to also add 3 bell peppers. I want to bulk it up with veggies, and I really love veggies in pasta, so I'm gonna be using bell peppers. I don't know if I'm gonna use all 3, maybe I might just use 2, but I will, you'll find out when I'm cutting them, whenever I decide. But I am gonna be using those. It is optional. You can add other items, other veggies that are not in here. That's completely up to you. You can't always take a recipe. Recipes are not always, a lot of people have a recipe is set in stone, but it's really not. It's supposed to be a guideline, and you can always amend the recipe to fit your needs or your family's needs. So completely up to you. And what I don't have in front of me right now, but you'll also need salt and pepper to taste. So that will be completely up to your preference as well. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is go ahead and prep all of my, I'm gonna cut up my chicken breast, cut up my vegetables, and get all that cut up and ready. And then we'll go to the next steps after that. Something else I forgot to tell you, another item that's on there is freshly grated Parmesan cheese. That's what I have here. I'm not gonna be putting this on top of mine, but this is to go on top when you're done. Greg will probably top his with it, but because I am on WW, and Parmesan cheese is not like amazing to me, I'll be skipping it. But it does say that you can use Parmesan cheese. Okay, so I have chopped up my chicken, and they are in pieces here, and then I've also cut up my 3 bell peppers. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add our pasta, and we're gonna boil our 8 ounces of pasta just until it's al dente. So you wanna boil your 8 ounces of pasta until it's al dente. So you don't wanna cook it all the way, then you're gonna drain it and rinse it in cold water. So here I'm gonna be putting in 1 tablespoon of the butter, and I'm gonna let that melt down. And once the butter melts down, mostly I'm gonna add in about 3 big tablespoons of the minced garlic, and I'm gonna stir all that together and for about 30 to 45 seconds. So next I'm gonna add my bell peppers that were cut up. I'm gonna mix that up here with the butter and the garlic, and I'm also gonna add the first round of my Cajun seasoning. And you can use as much or as little as you'd like. I just kind of eyeball it. So next we're gonna take our chicken that we've cut up. I did have a little bit of salt and pepper already on that chicken, just a little bit, and I'm gonna add it to our bell pepper mixture, add a little bit of more of that Cajun seasoning, and we're gonna mix it all up, and we're gonna let this cook until the chicken is cooked all the way through. Next, I'm adding my 1 cup of 2% milk. We're gonna add that into this pot. Then we're gonna take our 4 ounces of cream cheese, and we're gonna just give this a stir until our cream cheese is completely melted down. Now we're gonna add our pasta back into our pot, and we're gonna mix everything together. And I'm gonna turn my heat down to low. So now I'm just adding a little bit of salt. I'm gonna add a little bit more pepper than salt, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more Cajun seasoning. So this is what it looks like here in the pot finished. It turned out so good. When I tell you guys it was flavorful, I mean it was so flavorful. It was budget friendly. It was very easy to make, so make sure that you guys check the description box to check out the recipe that's linked below. Also, if you like this video and want to see more recipes, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and let me know if you think you'll try this. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.